brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as Fuck.
Brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. That is B. Walt. You can call me Skinny. You can call him B. Walt. And this is Black as Fuck. What's good? What's going on? B. Walt is clearly ready for something. I don't know what.
Bro, you gotta be ready nowadays.
What are you ready for though? Like, what is this? What are you getting ready for?
Man, Adam 12 got me in this 2020, so I'm 007 about my 411. Just saying.
Wait, okay. I need a 20. Give me, is D-Way going for 40? Are you mixing movie reference with rap lines, or you just high? What? You ain't gonna
say Adam 12 got me in this 2020, so I'm 007 about my 411.
Yeah, that clears it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we all get it now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can't say the intro's on my, this falls on my shoulders today. So you're welcome.
Wait, should I do an intro for you?
Nah, we don't even.
Coming to the stage.
This nigga.
The shortest 6'3" nigga you'll ever see.
Motherfucker.
Center on the Pee Wee team. Wearing a $150 with a size 17 shoe.
Fifth year Citadel.
He got handles, he can rebound, but he ain't got no jumper. I don't give it up for Slim Williams, aka Skinny, aka Hungry Man, aka Anorexic, aka. That's all you get. I'm done.
Don't ever call me a contrarian again, bro. Like, you've never been that excited about doing a fucking intro. You piece of shit. You goddamn piece of shit.
I think that's like the third time you called me a piece of shit today.
Well, you started with a dark-skinned middle finger. So whose fault is that?
Hey, man.
Whose fault is that?
Hey, man.
Where's the OJ glove? You said you was going to do the whole joint.
I got the OJ glove.
It looked like you were wearing a left-handed glove on your right.
If it fits, right. If it fits, you must have quit. What was it?
No, you got it. You got it. I can't even. Oh my goodness. Anyway, moving on. Because where did we go from here?
Only up.
Well, that's funny you'd say that now. We talked about this in sound check. I wasn't sure when we were going to actually get to it. I know we both were like, we definitely want to do it. We want to give DMX his roses, just in case. If someone knows him, tell him the men at Black AF appreciate him. We thank you for his honesty, his art, his story, the metaphor, the example. We want you still here. Let's be clear about that as well. But yeah, man, get well, get back to strength. We just, we haven't done roses in a while. I think the last one we did was Chadwick, but this is something we do where we give somebody that's influenced us their roses before they're gone. So, that's it for me. I'm gonna let B. Walt jump in with the shades on tonight. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
You talking about DMX? All I can say about DMX is that's the dude who we listened to before we got on the court. That's the dude you listened to if you knew you was gonna see somebody you had beef with. And that's the dude you listened to if you didn't feel like going to church on Sunday. Because after all that killing he did with records, he would say, "Let us pray."
Yeah, man.
But DMX, I don't know. The thing about him, man, like, forget the metaphor. My favorite DMX is when he spells it out plain, like, you know what I'm saying?
bro.
I like the playing shit from him. Like he could kind of, you know, play with the words a little bit. And you know, I like
Yeah.
the words.
Yep.
But for me, my favorite DMX is when it came out straight. What's wrong with you, nigga? You must want me to slap you. Very clear. Like, you talking shit, I'm gonna smack you. Like, you don't have. He says what he, you know.
Say how you feel it.
Exactly, straight up. That's why I mess with him. I don't think he's come out with an album that I don't like.
I can't say the same, but what I can say is I still I think Dark as Hell and It's Hot, his first album, is top. For me, it's top 20 all time. I think it's his best album. And I remember he's given me so many different moments in like different ways, not just music. I remember when Tyson was on the comeback trail the first time, and he was bumping fucking. He walked out to the intro to "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot," like, and like the announcers, the white people were like, and Mike Tyson's coming out to this demonic, menacing music. Like, shut the fuck up! It's DMX. Yes, it's demonic. Yes, it's fucking. Someone's gonna die. So what? It's DMX. Let's go, Mike. Fuck him up. You know, like we was like, shut the fuck up. Like, let this beautiful shit happen. Like, but it was like, it set a tone. Like, I won't forget that moment because I think I may be getting my shit mixed up, but I think Tyson even showed up with the black pants like he used to.
I don't remember
those
that.
shorts. But it was just like it set a tone and it set a feel for everything. I go to the movies. Belly was a shitty movie. DMX was the best thing in that shitty fucking movie. Like, hands down.
DMX and that Sister Nancy song. And that DMX and Sean Paul song.
Oh, yeah.
That one, you know.
Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. Booming, bouncing, stalk with my stalking. Day night, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when he was on Jay's album, Volume 3. DMX and my dog's bite. Jigga, my nigga, rhyme all night. Life. But the life with this rap shit, let it go. And I bet they know what'll happen. It'd be crap shit. Acting like we owed him something. Then we showed him something. Talking crazy. I think they found him down the road or something. Fuck with a bad man. In a bad mood is like fuck with a bad dog that wants mad food. Like,
see how that stuff is straightforward?
He was dope, man. He's always been dope. I've always appreciated him.
I think one of my favorite lines from him, and this again, like, this is what we would listen to before we played ball, was I'll stomp a mud hole in your face and rip your butthole out of place. Let us pray.
I think he's in terms of, I don't know anybody else that had a beef song crossover to white romantic comedies.
Which one?
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
That was a beef record? Hold on. That's the only DMX song I ain't really like because the white folks played it out like it was in everything. That was a beef record?
He was talking about Corrupt the entire time. That was about Corrupt.
Wow.
I guess it was different because we knew on the West Coast, like he was, because Corrupt and him was fighting over Foxy, you know.
Word?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
I think Corrupt was dating her, and X smashed, and you know, this is all hyperbole, but it's fucking 22 years ago. So, and Corrupt, I think, what was it, Calling Out Names? I think that's when he popped off on X, and DMX came back, you know, and white people been playing it ever since. So,
Because it doesn't sound like a beef record. It's got the din, 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 din. Like it sounds like a party record.
That's right. It's a beef record disguised as a party record. Yes.
Dude, do you know
You're whack, you're twisted, your girls are whoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the what was it? Big Daddy Kane came out with a diss record for LL Cool J, and it ended up on Nightmare on Elm Street. I believe it was Big Daddy Kane.
Well,
When Kane and LL was beefing at one point.
It was Kumo D and LL beefing though, right?
Oh, well, no, it was Kumo D. Yeah,
okay.
Kumo D came out with a record on Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't remember exactly which Nightmare on Elm Street it was, but he was talking shit about L. And I went back and listened to that shit recently. Like, damn, that shit was kind of hard. Too bad it was stuck to this bullshit movie. But
Kumo D had bars, bro. He had bars.
Lower level, lack, luster. Like he was like just giving it to him. I took those L's and rocked your bells. Like he was like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's somewhere listening like, nigga, you fucking my shit up. I didn't even say it like that.
We appreciate you, X. We hope for the best. We want you to continue to live a prosperous life, bro, and do all the things that you've been placed on this earth to do. So we're rooting for you. Black AF is rooting for you. With that being said, let's move on so we can talk about these sex doll robots. I think it's time to. We kind of teased this last week, I think, technically.
Okay, so here's the thing. In full transparency, 100% honesty. I didn't even have to read the article first, bro. I was just like, nigga, they're making sex robots that look like your deceased loved one. Like that was enough. I didn't need to read the article. I thought that shit was. It's a 3D scan, and it might be able to walk at some point. Like that's freaky as fuck, bro. Like,
wow, that's
right. So they 3D scan the face.
Betty White. Betty White. Bro, Betty White. I'm just saying.
Who would do that?
Maybe Betty White. Maybe.
Who would do that? That's freaky as hell.
That's like how's that? That's like fake necrophilia. Like,
yeah, it's like necrophilia light. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there, but not quite. You know, you
right. And if you're gonna diet necrophilia,
right? You know what I'm saying?
I got mine at Jenny Craig. Bitch. Like that shit don't make no sense. Like if you're gonna do it, go all the fucking way. Like put the glove on. We know you killed her. We know you had her killed, my man. Jack. Yeah, I mean, and then have them look like your spouse, your dead spouse.
That's freaky, bro.
Why does the spouse have to be dead? Like maybe it's just an ex-spouse and you really fucked up. Like it has to be like they gotta be passed on.
That's weird, bro. So you saying if you was dating a girl you really liked and fucked it up.
What I'm saying is weird.
No, yeah, okay. So the girl, look. First of all, the idea of making a robot after your dead spouse is weird enough. But how stalkerish is that? To somehow get a 3D scan of somebody who's still alive and attach a face to that shit for somebody that's still alive, and you just hanging out with it in the crib, and the real person is outside somewhere walking around. That's weird as fuck. Like,
as someone that plans on never doing anything with a sex doll robot, I'm just asking a question. That's all.
I'm saying, but there's somebody that somewhere that thought that and thought it was okay. Like,
yeah.
That's weird, bro. That's weird. I mean, you know, shit, it's 2021. We done had a lot of weird shit going on in the last 4 years. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows, bro?
Yeah, I'm not into necrophilia. I'm not into sex doll robots. So, you know, I like it old fashioned. What can I say? I like my pussy old fashioned.
Without all the wires and shit.
Yeah.
I don't need motherboards.
Right.
What the fuck? Yeah, no, we don't need all that.
Doesn't need to be any more complicated than it already is. You know, it's complicated. I like my pussy old fashioned. That's the best way I can put it.
Once that thing gets released, whenever they release it, I'm gonna have to follow them to see how long it takes for them to sell out.
What, like you can get these things on Amazon or some shit? Like what?
Bro,
the fuck?
Look, man, the place is called like
the sales tax is what?
they're talking about charging 10K, 5 to 10K, 5,000 to 10,000. The company is called Lux Botics or something like that.
It sounds like some shit out the Loki trailer, but we'll get to that later. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I'm interested to see how long it takes for them to sell out, because you know they're gonna sell out. If the PS5s and the Xbox S's are selling out, Robo Booty is gonna sell out. Robo Booty is gonna sell out.
That reminds me of a boss fight, a monster fight in the original Voltron with the Iron Maiden, and she had those missile titties. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
you got that shit on the wall.
Yeah. Let's look over here.
Yeah, missile titties are right there. Row 3, section 7.
Yeah, you got a good memory. Is it? Row 3.
Hey man, it's missile titties. It's hard to forget. They showed that episode once, bro. The year was 1983. I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was warm outside. My mother told me to come into the kitchen for breakfast. She had pancakes.
It was 3:30 in the afternoon. Oh man. Yeah, no Robo Booty. No on the Robo. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm with you on
that's my thought.
However,
they should do like a subscription model though, where like you gotta.
So what happens if you don't make the payments? Could you imagine a repo man rolling up to somebody's crib and he in the middle of something?
Hey, excuse me. Is your name Robert White? Is that your name? Yeah. We got your signature here. We're gonna need to come get your Robo Booty. You're 3 months behind. All paraphernalia needs to be packed into this bag, sir. Carefully, very carefully.
Oh man,
that's funny. You can lease a Robo Booty, nigga. That's funny.
I do think, however, I mean, let's think about this. Maybe we can use the Robo Booties, like, you know, we already track, you know, we're basically already getting tracked everything we do, right? Cell phones track you, your computer, anything with a Wi-Fi signal can pretty much be tracked. Anything with an IP address can pretty much be tracked at this point.
Yep.
So I think the NSA, instead of listening in on phone calls and shit that don't mean nothing, listen to them crazy motherfuckers that's thinking about putting on trench coats and shooting up schools. Give them free Robo Booty to keep them occupied. Because at the end of the day, I argue that the reason why these dudes flip a lot of times is because they are the outcast. They don't get enough attention, this, that, and the third. Give them some Robo Booty.
I agree.
Give them some Robo Booty. And don't let them get guns. Replace the guns with the Robo Booty.
Right. Yeah. Get rid of the real bullets and give them the fake ass. Yeah, no, I agree. I do. And then if you don't like them, like if it's like a, you know, somebody that you got to get snuffed out, you give the Robo Booty the HIV, you give it the Ninja, you know, so that shit'll kill.
Now we're talking about next level weaponry and shit.
I mean, you know, biological warfare is real, man. That's all I got to say. But who's talking about that, right? Let's just make some drugs. Keep it simple.
First person get caught with the robo booty would probably be what was it, 45?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, my hands are too big. I can't do that.
Yeah, just use your nubs.
Yeah.
45, 45, 45. Put a ring on it. Listen, first of all, these nubs in my fingers. First of all of these nubs are all of my fingers.
I'm the most splendiferous, excellent presidential president ever.
I just made up those words because, first of all, I can make up words. I'm the 45th president. First of all.
And we're done. Hey, sing.
First of all, I want to thank myself. I see what I did there. Just note to the robo booty. Keep it out of liquor stores, Targets, the electronics section in Amazon. Just keep it away from us. Like, that shit better not end up in Best Buy.
That's it's going to end up in Best Buy.
That motherfucker gonna be waiting at the door.
Hey, remember back in the day when Blockbuster had the secret room that only adults could go in?
Yeah.
Right.
It's called porn.
Right. Best Buy's gonna do that.
Best Buy's about to have an adult section, my nigga.
Just for the robo booties.
I hate you. I cannot stand you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh God. Moving on. That's done. That segment's done.
It's been
coming to a Best Buy near you. Booty. Oh boy. DMX was a great man. And up until this weekend, so was Paul Pierce.
Oh God.
Maybe he wanted to get fired. For those that don't know, for those that somehow didn't see it.
Recap.
Right.
Paul Pierce did what a lot of regular niggas do.
Yeah.
Which was going, what was he, in Vegas? It don't even matter where he was.
It doesn't matter.
He had a bunch of weed, a bunch of strippers, and he had a fun fucking night. Then the next day he woke up and he claimed he lost 100K. Lost 100K.
Wait, so this was the same guy that got into the wheelchair and came back with the shoulder injury? That guy?
Same dude.
Okay. So he's got
stabbed a bunch of times, came back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a hero.
To the 9 black people in Boston, sure. Okay. If 7 of them are your teammates and 2 go to the All-Star game with you, percentages are small. Paul, look, I'm a fan of the truth, but this is too on the nose, man. This is just too accurate. Like, it's, you know what? And it's like, that's what I'm saying. He had to be wanted. He must have wanted to get fired. He must have wanted to get fired. The weed, the light skin, the light brown, the 2 other light skins, the verbiage. I mean, he's in the camera like this the entire, like, this Disney doesn't smoke weed, bro.
He was even giving shout outs to people that he used to work with. Hey, Stephen A. Hey, Keller Man.
And you claim you lost 100K? Of course you did, because you don't have that job anymore. Of course you lost 100K.
I'm sure he'll be all right, bro.
I know he's going to be all right. That's what I'm saying. He must have wanted to get, maybe he gets unemployment from Disney. Maybe that's, if they, I'm sure they got something. Was it severance?
I wonder what he's going to do. You don't have to give him shit. Severance is when you get laid off. Severance is when they get what you get. If you get fired, it's a difference, bro. They don't have to give you shit. They can say breach of contract, whatever else. You presented us.
It's definitely a firing too. There's no question about that.
Yeah, it wasn't no lay. Yeah, severance packages is when, we liked you, but we're going in another direction. This is, But here's the thing: Disney's some hypocrites, though. They've been freaks for forever. They got all these movies with secret sexual innuendos and all of them. Lion King, Little Mermaid, motherfucking
Aladdin.
Avengers, Aladdin, whichever one you want to pick. So now they mad because Paul Pierce is.
You saying he should have a reaction press conference?
Yeah.
Like your man Derek Jackson did. But be on some like, this is bullshit. We put dicks and pussies and sex all in their kid movies. I grew up on that shit. I was a kid once. I was a children.
I was a children.
That black dot invite. I was a children. Oh man. Paul Pierce, we're giving you your roses now. We were trying to do it before they fired you, but that happened 20 minutes into sound check.
Maybe an hour ago. Yeah.
So, you're fast, man. You're fast. So hopefully you'll get out.
What did he think was going to happen, though?
I really think he wanted to get fired. Like, I lost 100K. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was she?
Yeah. How we don't know how. Do you know how she looked? Maybe she was in the video. Maybe.
Why would his wife be in a video with a bunch of other strippers?
Why is he in the video with all them, knowing he has a job with Disney? None of this makes sense. None of this. You got to throw logic out the window, B-ball. You got to get rid of that, man. That shit's been punted. That shit gone. Oh man. Well, Paul Pierce, 2Ps, the truth. Wheelchair, shoulder flex. We're rooting for you too, man. Hopefully you end up with Fox. I think Fox would be a bit more accepting of your lifestyle, for what they got going on. I don't know. I really don't even have anything against Paul Pierce. I think he's a great player, but this is just dumb. This is really dumb.
Stupid, yo.
This is really dumb.
You never ever put the bag in jeopardy. Never ever.
Yeah, that's day one. So let's keep moving on. We got a couple trailers to talk about. You want to start with the ladies or the black people?
Let's get the ladies.
Black Widow. See what I did there? So clever. So absolutely. This feels such like a radio show. I'm so clever.
Now for a commercial. No. Yeah. So what you think about it?
You think it's the same one from a year ago. I didn't feel like looking.
It all looked like the same little clips to me.
I saw my man from Stranger Things. He had a new clip. He had a kind of new clip where he was younger and he was talking to Black Widow and I believe her sister. Mm-hmm. Rachel, that's Rachel Weisz, right? Did I say her name right? Mm-hmm. I was gonna see the movie a year and a half ago. I'm gonna see it now. I'm not doing that. And I get my $30. So
wait. Oh wait, yeah, because it's a Disney property, so it will come out on.
But that might be changing because you were talking about this in Soundcheck. Things are starting to open up with the theaters now. They might maybe be on something else.
I've just been noticing that a lot of theaters are saying, movies are showing their previews, and a lot of them are saying only in theaters, as to suggest that they will not be releasing on some third party like an HBO or Prime or whatever. I think it's premature to do that. I don't think it's a smart move. But what do I know? Yeah. I'm gonna see the Black Widow movie too. I'm definitely gonna see it. It's Marvel. It's Marvel.
Yeah. We'll get to that as we get out of the trailers. You finally caught up. Congratulations with the rest of the world. Usually it's me, but we'll talk about that later. The next trailer Well, I mean, like I said, I'm going to see Black Widow. I thought she was a great cast. I'm mad they slimmed her down from her little. What you know? What she just looks slimmer since she's been in the MCU. Then I remember her. How about that? Said exactly what I wanted to say. Clean, you fuckers.
Well, we have some subject matter from earlier days in Black AF headquarters. That's all that matters.
My man with the hood on and the one glove, sunglasses at night. That's B-Walt. Get him. It's not French Montana. It's Tony Denver. You understand what I'm saying? That's who that is. Oh, Stop laughing at your own jokes first, Kenny. Let's see. I'm gonna check it out. We got the next one. We'll keep it Marvel. And this dropped as of today with the recording. You guys will see it tomorrow. Someone's already got a reaction video. Motherfuckers are fast. I gotta give you that. You guys are fast. We have a live show to do. What can I say? The Loki trailer. Come on, man. Low key. One of my favorites in the MCU, by the way. Top 10. I'll give him top 10. It's not like it's that many to choose from, but specific to the MCU, I fuck with him. Yeah. The thing I'm noticing, and maybe you've already figured this out, but they're approaching these. When they first announced that they were doing these shows, I took them as, they said they were doing television. And so, episodics and things like that. So I figured it'd be a lower level in terms of the production. It hasn't been the case at all.
No.
And for me, it seems like they're treating these as these episodics as movies, basically, and just sort of manipulating the narrative with that in mind. Would you say so? Do you feel the same way? You're the writer, so I'm asking.
Remember what Justice League, what the Snyder Cut did? It
explained everything.
No, it compiled 12 episodes into a.
Oh, you were saying it should have been a miniseries. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't. You can do that and not lose quality. At the end of the day, we said this multiple times. Marvel has figured it out. Marvel has a formula that they know the fanboys and even the people who not technically, diehard fans grow up watching it. They still want to see what's going on. Because they've mastered this formula, they can basically take that and apply it to different scenarios. Like WandaVision, that WandaVision could have been a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit longer than that, because I know some of the episodes were about 30 minutes, whatever, 30, 35 minutes.
It went from like 38 to like 45. I think the final got to an hour, something like that.
WandaVision could have been like 2 movies. But instead, because you got the streaming service that you got to make pop,
right?
You have this property that's doing so well in the movies. You already have phase whatever coming out. They're smart over there. They're doing If I was in charge of Disney, and this is me patting myself on the back because I think I'm so fucking intelligent, but if I was the person over there making decisions when it comes to what to do with this Marvel property, I would do exactly what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing. You already got the big screen locked down with the pillar movies, right? The pillars. Right. So now you take characters that were a part of that and you spin them off into shit. So now you're taking over the movies, now you're taking over TV and streaming and all that stuff. And you keep the quality the same because the return is going to be the same. They're going to make the money back. It reminds me of every Wu-Tang album that came out when it was all together. And then it was like, you know what, let's make these little single albums.
Right, which were basically different renditions of group albums. Like that first generation of Wu albums, you were getting the whole hood every time.
Mm-hmm.
Just depended on the schedule. But it was like, quote unquote, someone was taking. someone was getting the majority of the money because it was their deal. And so, you know,
because Wanda,
it was beautiful.
Wanda and Vision were very important characters, and they're very important. And they actually helped move the primary movies along when they were in them. But we didn't get to see enough about their relationship. They only very rarely touched on it. So that's a whole piece of subject matter right there that you can just take and parse out into episodes. And they can do that with so many of the characters and their relationships with each other because of the ensemble movies not really having enough time to touch on that stuff specifically. They got, look, man, they got material until your grandkids are dead. That's how much material they got. They can just keep churning this shit out for the next 30 years and it'll be of solid quality as long as they don't let Ang Lee direct another Hulk movie, which doesn't count as an MCU, even though that was the worst Marvel movie I think to come out. Was that?
I still got Captain Marvel, to be honest with you. In terms of being overhyped or not meeting expectations, overhyped is something we got coming up later as well. I like how I'm teasing my own segments in the show. Like I didn't do this before the show. I'm doing it minutes before. That's what you call improvising. But Captain Marvel to me, yeah, like they knew it was trash early on or didn't give it the care it needed because they knew in terms of chronology where they were going to place that movie, it couldn't fail. It couldn't. And it didn't because we were thirsty and we wanted any sort of extra, like you said, you know, any other crumb they could give us. And that's exactly what they got. And they got my $14.75 or whatever I ended up paying, plus the popcorn and the parking and, you know, whatever her shit was that night. Like, you know, so yeah, I'm still mad. Yeah. So they got my $30 for show that night. They ain't getting it for Black Widow. You already done blew that. Your credit's bad. I'm off, B. I'm off. So.
But yeah, Marvel's figured it out. Disney or whatever, whatever entity we're talking about, they figured it out. So as long as they keep that structure, anything that they release is going to, in my opinion, is going to do pretty damn well.
Right. I Loki, I mean, to get back on subject because we hella digressed. A lot of Easter eggs. You brought it up again, talk about like source material for days. I've already seen the trailer a couple times and I've already watched a reaction movie to it. Eric Voss, checked out his joint. Very well detailed, good production, right on the spot. Maybe it's kind of like an album. Maybe he got a little bit early so he could prep it. I don't know, but it was done well. There's a character that they Easter egg in there that he is got a theory on it could be female Loki and from the comics. And that would be a completely different Loki using the same moniker in terms of like, you know, maybe they want to move on past Tom Hiddleston, you know what I'm saying, who is amazing, but maybe he's tired of doing it. Maybe they're tired of him. You know how it goes. It's one of the two. Something's got to give. So that might be happening with this series, you know. So we'll see what happens though, but I'm looking forward to it. Owen Wilson's in it.
Is he? Oh, okay. Well, I'm there with that. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. My favorite line that Tom Hiddleston ever said as Loki, my favorite line out of all the movies was in Doctor Strange. No, it wasn't Doctor Strange. It was the Avengers movie when Doctor Strange showed up. Remember?
Okay. I don't remember the line.
Not the second one. Not the last one, but the second to last.
Infinity War.
Maybe I'm getting them confused because I watched them all at the same time. Regardless, it's when Thor went to go retrieve his brother, and he was like, "I've been falling for 30 minutes." That's my favorite line that he said out of all the shit that he said throughout. You know what I'm talking about, right? I can't remember exactly what movie it is because I watched them all together.
I do.
I've been falling for 30 minutes. That's line he said.
I do. Nah, Loki, you know, it's him and Thor like the odd couple, but just on some superhero shit.
Yeah.
You know, they're both great characters. They work well together. Hopefully, you know, it's not the end of time. I think, but it's a story, so you can do whatever you want. They can write him back in. They can write his version back in. You know, if it all makes sense. So it's never off the table. But I think potentially that's something that could be happening. There's some clues there. Check it out for yourself. It's already out on YouTube. Boom, boom, boom. And then last but not least, at least for now, and this is coming on. This actually might be the first to debut of the three that we're talked about, but Yasuke, Netflix,
Black Samurai.
The Black Samurai.
Played by
Lakeith Stanfield, aka what's my man's name from Atlanta that needs to come back soon? I forget his name.
I can't remember.
I don't either.
I like the character though.
He's my favorite character of that trio. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Great actor. Love his work. Stuff that one time they made him Snoop Dogg. That's just, and I'll use the term on my show.
Yeah, they just needed. He was just trying to, you know.
And it's nothing he did. Whoever thought that was a good idea, that's your problem. That's on you. But now I'm looking forward to this. The music. For those that don't know who Yasuke is, he is the first actual ever Black Samurai. Came to Japan, crossing from Europe, I believe, as a servant to some person that was majority white. In 1579, could already speak some Japanese when he got there, learned some more. The Japanese people had never seen anybody this tall or this dark. They thought his skin was painted on. You know, they had never seen anybody that tall. He's 6'2". You know, these are things that we actually still deal with right now. So we've learned our lessons. How about y'all? But yeah, he whooped some ass. 3 out of the 4 main leaders were on board with him being a part, including Nobunaga. You know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but are they still? I know there was talk about doing a live action as well, but I believe that was a Chadwick project, if I'm correct. But maybe I'm just making this all up in my head, my producer mind.
In my mind, I would like to say that would be a good idea, but I honestly haven't seen anything.
Okay, we'll check it out.
I would love to see something like that. I mean, they made The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Right.
I mean, if Tom can do it,
then we can get one in.
We can get one in.
And I think we should do that. I think that's a project that should definitely happen if it's not already in the works. But Lakeith Stanfield is doing a voice. Trailer looks great, amazing trailer. Flying Lotus is doing the music. That's his music. I'm a huge fan of Flying Lotus. If you ain't listening California yet, high as a motherfucker, you can do that right after watching this show. Right after you watch the show, but do it after the show because you need to do it. So yeah, I'm in. I mean, I'm in. Black anime. Anime to me, again, DC comic, you know, the animated movies. I feel like these are our kung fu flicks. I'm gonna keep saying it, you know, because I saw something online like, why do black people like anime? It's the same reason why we fucking love kung fu flicks. Nigga, did you see how he hit him? Did you see how he fucked him up? We like those conversations. Yeah, he smacked the shit out of that nigga. I know. So you know, JoJo's, Dragon Ball, Wells, Ghost in the Shell, the first one, Akira, Fist of the North Star, um, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Cowboy Bebop for sure. You know, we already talked about the DC animated. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna twist it up right here. The and it's on Netflix if you haven't seen it. The X-Men anime series by Madhouse, the people that created the Dan Peel Vampire Hunter D. That's a great series that slept on. You should check that out as well. But yeah, it's a mix of everything we've been into and where we come from. So that's why we love anime. But I'm checking out Yasuke for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. And anything you want to add with the glove on or glove off? Or
Take the glove off.
was that your hand? Okay, because I hadn't seen it in a while. Okay. All right.
No,
well, cool.
No, I don't need to add anything else with the anime. I mean, you know, I like anime, but there's certain things that I stick to more so than all of them as you name. So
oh yeah, I know.
It at that. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. We kind of jumped out of the Marvel shit, but I do want to go back to this because B. Walters finally got caught up on all the MCU stuff. So you watched WandaVision, right?
Yeah, like a day.
Because it's that good, right?
Yeah, that and I have insomnia, so.
Okay, no one gives a fuck about your problems. Just ask you about the goddamn show.
Look, buddy, you shut the fuck up and you shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up well, goddamn it.
Yeah, one night I ended up I started like in the afternoon one day, watched it until all folks go to sleep, and then just found myself finishing it up overnight. And because it's that good,
it's that good. Yeah, absolutely. So, scale of 1 to 10, what you got it?
I'm gonna give it like a 9.
A 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's a confident 9. You didn't really think about that. You know.
Well, I was teetering between 8 and 9, but I'm gonna say 9.
Okay.
Because they gave Miss Rambo a huge part in it, which I'm good with.
She's only begun to flex too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But they showed enough of the possible flex for it to be like, oh, okay.
Because
so
she's a part of the Ultimates.
Mm-hmm.
The 2017 run with Kenneth Rocafort doing the art, man. I love that fucking man. That art is amazing. With Black Panther running a crew with my man Blue Marvel, who I think should be Denzel in these MCU movies. It makes too much sense. But yeah, no, I liked how they got her going, and the love they showed her, and it twisted on top of twist, and it all made sense because you thought they was gonna go one way introducing her, and it went another, and it still all worked. So I'm with it, absolutely.
Yeah, and I liked how they integrated a lot of the old school TV shows and stuff into it, and then started to like slowly explain it away. Like, well, this is why this is going on. Because every episode it was like it went from like Dick Van Dyke to the Brady Bunch to like they did all of that, and they did it real well. And like a lot of people complain that this shit don't make no sense. This shit don't make no sense.
Yeah, I don't get that.
But that was only if they weren't paying attention. If you paying attention to the shit, you're gonna be like, oh shit, that's like they were dropping Easter eggs as far as just media throughout the decades, just TV, just all that kind of stuff throughout the decade. But then they were also layering it with the more fine-tuned comic fanboy shit, and it worked real well. Like they introduced the witch that specifically in the comics, if I remember correctly, is the person who trains Scarlet Witch up a little bit. I mean, she was using her, but she was still training her a little bit. They introduced her. Yeah, they introduced a lot of characters that, again, like I said, they fucking conquered they've conquered the planning with this already. They can take this shit and they can flip this and do more with it if they want to.
Yeah, because there's still another Vision running around in their universe.
And he's gonna eventually remember who he is, and technically, seeing as how Vision was never a real person anyway, he can be Vision all over again. Like, it's so much shit that they could do with it.
No, it's beautiful, baby. It's fucking
And I
beautiful.
love Randall Park too. Like, that's my guy. Like, everything I see dude in, man, he's funny as fuck. Even when he's trying to be serious, he's funny. Like, I don't know if that gets on his nerves. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine him trying to discipline his kids and they laughing at him the whole time because they think he's trying to be fun? Like, that's the type of dude. Like, I love everything he's in because he's hilarious. He makes movies funny that shouldn't even be funny. Like, he was in some movie a while ago with Ali Wong that coincidentally had Keanu Reeves in it. It was like
It was a Netflix special.
Yeah, it was
right?
a romantic comedy, something that I wouldn't normally watch on my own.
Right. Sure.
But
Of course
yeah,
not.
sure. Shut up. Don't worry about Hitch and Last Man. Whatever. So he was.
That's why
in
he's
that.
wearing the mask, y'all.
Yeah,
That's
y'all
why
need
he's
to know
wearing
that. But he was in that, and he was fun. He was hilarious. Like, dude is funny. Like, he's just naturally funny. And he's on that new show, The Rock, The Young Rock. He's on that shit too.
The Young Rock.
Rock has a sitcom out, and Randall
About
Park is in that
his-
shit, about his life, and Randall Park is in that shit.
How about that?
Right, I'm a fan of dude. He's funny as fuck. He's funny as fuck.
When he showed up with and he hit the enclosed magic. Oh man. As soon as he walked up, wow. I was like, they silly for that. They silly for that. All right, so you've seen all the Winter Soldier now and the Falcon. You've seen all the Clarence and the Bucky, you know what I'm saying? Because they got AKAs too. What you thinking? What sticks out? You got theories? Talk to us, B.
Well, there's 3 episodes down, right? So
Yes,
for
sir.
me,
What do you think so far?
I like it. The way Marvel does things though. So they piece things out every episode. So after the 3rd episode being finished, honestly, I want to see what's going to happen in 4, but I don't feel like enough of it has been pieced out for me to really see which way it's going to go. I mean, they brought back some characters, which was cool. Zemo came back, and then old girl who helped Steve out with the shield at one point in one of the movies came back. So, I mean, yeah, I just gotta wait to kind of see how it was cool. I wasn't bored watching it at all. If I had to choose between WandaVision and Winter Soldier at this
It's
point,
no contest. It's
right.
no contest. Yeah.
So I do
we
like.
We won't even say the answer because we already know.
I do like how when you show Falcon in his personal life, he's still a nigga. And by that I mean white folks still see him as a nigga and they treat him as such. We're not doing spoilers, are we?
No, absolutely. This is the segment. What do you think so far? Yeah.
Yeah, so like the whole thing with him and his sister not being able to get a loan at a bank, despite the fact that he saved the world. Like, if I save the world in multiple movies, man, I need like platinum credit. Like, you should just like, come on, like, the nigga.
What else do I need to do? Right?
Like, what else I got to do? You know what I'm saying? And then I got to see. So I mean, they touch on social shit, which apparently, even in a world with superheroes, is still racism. Go figure. And then they brought the black Captain America out, so I got to see a homeboy. Like you said, what was it, last week? I'm gonna need to see some footage of homeboy going to work.
That's what I'm saying, yo. That's all I'm saying. Like, he beat Winter Soldier's ass so badly. He was unbrainwashed, got his ass beat, and then went back to being brainwashed. And they remembered, oh yeah, I remember him. He was nice. We need to talk to him. Let's just see how it's going.
He walks up in the crib like, "You are not welcome here, white boy."
I just wanted to see if you got your arm back.
He had that Negro spiritual 1960s civil rights voice. I loved it. I love it. I want to see him go to work, bro. They need
He's
to let
got
him go to
to.
work. They got to let
They
him go to work.
there's no point in bringing him in if we don't get like a 3-minute just ass whooping.
Now, is his son in it too? Did I miss that?
Well, yes and no, because the kid that answered the door is the Patriot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So, I knew he was going to be in the show because I saw that casting. I did not know that they were going to go full retard. That's a movie reference with the Isaiah Bradley. So, yeah, we'll see, but they gotta pay up, man. They need to go on and have that. Like, I need that like before the last episode or something, or roll it the entire credits. Like, that needs to be epic. Like, that needs to be epic because even when Sam gets the shield, it won't be Captain America. This is Black Captain America. That's why he is the truth, not the Paul Pierce truth that gets fired from Disney. No, this one gets hired into Disney. This is the truth, the real truth.
I have to say, I haven't watched Anthony Mackie over the years in a number of things. I am a fan of Anthony Mackie. At first, I didn't really like him too much, but like when he and this may be a testament to how good of an actor he is. Thinking about it, because when he was in 8 Mile, I wanted to punch that motherfucker in his throat. I couldn't stand him in 8 Mile. I couldn't stand him in 8 Mile. He reminded me of every bitch ass nigga on the block that thought they was hard or a rapper or wanted to be a thug that was not. And I grew up around a lot of dudes that was like that. So when I seen him at 8 Mile, I really didn't like dude at all. I was like, man, fuck this guy. Right. Then I saw him in She Hate Me or something like that.
Great movie.
Right. And I was like, okay. And then everything else I started to see, I'm like, all right, this dude, he's solid. He's solid. And then once he came into the MCU, I was like, all right, Falcon, that's an easy one. He could pull that. And he did. He did it well. I like to see him continuing to work. So when they first announced that they were going to do this, I was with it because I like to see him work. I want to continue to see him work. He should be doing whatever he wants to do at this point. You know what I'm saying? I hope he continues to be Marvel, but he should be doing whatever he wants to do at this point.
That opening scene, that air fight, that dog fight, bro. I had never seen anything put together like that. That was like, that set a tone immediately. It was almost too good, especially for episode 1 because it settles down once you get to Winter Soldier and it stays there. Especially coming off that high, it's like, yo, that was well done. That was really well done.
Well, that's what I need to see more of since you brought it up. When you see Winter Soldier, I want to see Winter Soldier. I mean, I know he's reformed, got his demons, whatever. I still want to see him go Winter Soldier on some people.
He do it every now and then.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little, I don't want to see 2000 Mike. I want to see 92 Mike. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm seeing 2000 Mike. I might give you 40, but my knees is hurting at the end of the game. I want to see that. I want to see this dude come out, like maybe let his hair grow out or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he could wear that K95 mask that he had on in the other movie. But I want to see him go to work because you know that he can't.
Bro, I watched Winter Soldier, the movie, right after episode 3, twice. No shit.
Right.
No shit. Because we don't need to talk about that. That's anytime that is on, fuck everything else. I'm watching Winter Soldier. Like, that movie's awesome. So I agree with you. I do.
I know.
Go ahead.
I know they're gonna have to let him get loose because everybody waiting on him to get loose. Falcon, like I said, is solid, and he handles his business in these scenarios. He's pretty. You know what to expect from him. But with Winter Soldier, it's like he can go 90 or he can go 190. He should not be rolling at 70. He shouldn't be down there because he was. They accredited him with changing the course of history based on the types of killings he was doing. I want to see him do that kind of stuff. I want to see him whoop somebody's ass so bad that the MCU, the people who create the MCU, got to think about, okay, so we should go this way now. Like, I just want to see something like that, some trajectory changing shit.
But see, that's how you know he's a Lancer to Captain America, because he's running that whole path, man. Like, he gets on the good side, he a bitch. He ain't even the man he used to be. He's playable now. He was beastie when he was kicking our ass with someone else's AI. Now he's shit. He's shit. You know, hopefully he'll get his powers back, because I need to see it too. I want to see it. I think they can set this up to be really nuts at the end, like on some action. I never was a big espionage guy though. Like, James Bond never really did all that for me. Daniel Craig stuff is dope, but I really wasn't into it. And to me, that's when it slows down, when it gets into those, like, because both of them are good, but I don't think. I'll tell you one thing I'm not too keen on is the writing. It gets kind of clunky at times for me, and that can bring down the episodes because there's so much dialogue. You know what I'm saying? So, because you got Easter eggs and misleading information, like within the narrative and from the characters. So, you got to be, if you're doing story stuff that's heavy like this, because you don't want to do all the action scenes until later, you got to be really focused. You got to really have that nailed down. I'm preaching to the choir, but
look, as somebody who's not working on it, I can sit back and just look at it for what it is. I don't analyze somebody else's shit like that. I just, I'm a fan first. If we're writing something, if I'm putting something together, then it's different. It's like, okay, this needs to do this. There has to be a certain rhythm to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we don't want too much dialogue weighing down the scenes, this, that, and the third, specifically when it's some action shit. However, as a fan sitting back and watching, I know what I like to see an action flick do. And so I feel like they're giving us B plus right now. They're giving us solid B. But so I hope that they're building up to the A. And if they're building up to the A and the white wolf don't show his ass, I'm gonna be upset. He better show his motherfucking ass. Think about it. And Endgame, the last one, okay, when the world is opening up and you got all these different people running out and these legions of people going out after Thanos, and you see regular ass Winter Soldier down there with everybody. I mean, yeah, he's a super soldier, but he's still, he ain't like
he's getting it in.
Right, he ain't extraterrestrial or no shit like that. He just a dude just juiced up with one arm. He's actually a cripple, and he was wrecking ass. You know what I'm saying? This is against a cosmic force that could basically actually did wipe out half of the universe. He was in that motherfucker, and with regular weapons too. It's not like he had some blaster from like Guardians of the Galaxy or some shit. This nigga had a pistol. He had a pistol and a fucking rifle. I want to see that. I want to see him just go to work. Just go to work. Go to work.
Yeah.
Not practice, man. I want to see the game. Not practice.
Not a game. Not a game.
I want to see the game.
We talking about practice.
Right now, he's practicing. Not a game. Practice.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna watch it. It's definitely enough there. Talking about the writing, there's just times where it gets so like, come on, man, like it takes you out of the scene, or it did that for me. Like the whole interaction when they got to New Orleans, Sam Wilson had with the black kid. Like, oh look, it's what I forgot what he said, but he said it's the Black Falcon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, it's just Falcon. Like that whole dialogue, I'm not even gonna do it all. Like,
well, you know what?
that's some non-black people writing some black shit
to try to be inclusionary, if that's even a word, which I think it is. But you know what I'm saying?
If Black Falcons and if someone's getting paid for Black Falcon, inclusionary is a goddamn word. You got it, yo. You got it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I just, that.
And then even the part right after that, when the white boy gets arrested and not Falcon, it was like, okay.
Oh, right.
There's only look. There's only one black dude who back in the day wouldn't get arrested for being black, and that was OJ. And that was before the glove and the white Bronco.
Rockingham 360.
You know what I'm saying?
Rockingham 360. Yeah, I do, because I was at school that day, and he was up the street. So yes, I do.
I was at school that day, and we watched it on TV.
They were like, "All right, you guys got to go. You got to go back to the hood. You can't stay here. One of you is older now, and they're killing us. Got to go. We'll see you in 6 days. Bye." Yeah. So that's what it was for us. But no, we're not going to nitpick the show. It's a great show. I like both characters. I still think it's funny that every time they are together, they haven't won shit. They be getting their ass beat since Spider-Man slapped them up in Civil War. So that part is hilarious to me. Like, they don't win together. So if they keep that in mind with the whole narrative, I think that'd be something that can be really fun, to be honest with you. So, yeah, we'll be checking all that out. I think the next one's Friday. Yeah. So last but not least, or you know what? How you feeling, B? What you thinking?
It ain't gonna take that long. It's just two of us.
So me and B Walt have been playing video games for quite some time. And
1985. No, 84. 1984.
We get there's a lot of them. Yeah. And we've played a lot of them. We slapped the shit out of a lot of games, and tons of sequels, lots of sequels, too many sequels, in my opinion. Hoo-ha. We discussed this in the sound check, and I'm gonna throw the question to you, Pete Sampras. B. Walt, what is the most overhyped game that you have ever played? Now I got a question for a question. Now, are we talking per system or overall just all time? All time.
We could do it per system. That's going to take longer. But I was just thinking a game that everybody hypes up. And this could be different culturally, regionally. I mean, what your homies was into, whatever. But a game that everybody hypes up that when you play it, it's like,
Yeah. Okay, run it. Which one you got? What's the most overhyped game, period?
For me?
For you.
For me, so here's the thing. I had a problem. I mean, because if we had enough time to go into discussion, I could pick about 10 or 20 of these bitches.
Exactly.
But, for the sake of time and the fact that, I'm going to pretend like you put me on the spot and I didn't have an hour to think about this. I'm gonna go with Madden.
Nigga, listen. Hey, man, I was thinking about that, but it's been so many shitty Maddens.
It don't matter how shitty it is, though. The homies still get it on day one. The homies still want to play. And I've never liked Madden, dude.
Jays and Madden, man. Jays and Madden, bro. Like, it's like it's chicken and Hennessy. It's Hennessy and chicken. I played Madden for a long time. I played it in the beginning. I played it all the way up to like 96. And then when they started going PlayStation 1, they looked like shit. Couldn't fuck with it. 2K came in and started slapping them around a little bit, taking their money, robbing them of their paper. I was fucking with 2K. And then that got Madden on its ass, and they revamped the entire series. And, and then essentially hustled 2K out of the scenario. And they've been cruising ever since. And, you know, last Madden I had that I bought was 2010. And the only reason why I bought it is because Christopher Nolan's soundtrack was in the intro and Deshaun Jackson was on the cover. I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep this one. I didn't. I got rid of it like 4 months later, but, you know, whatever. But that's the last one I've had. And I really ain't fucked with Madden since. But yeah, I thought about saying Madden. They're definitely an honorable mention for me, for sure. For sure. So, okay. So ask me the question. Ask me the question.
I'm gonna ask you the question, but so you played Madden for all these years. On a cheatability scale, how much does Madden cheat?
88% of the fucking time.
Exactly. That was the major issue that I had with it. I seen a dude get tackled, throw the ball backwards, 65 yards touchdown, and I'm not fucking bullshitting. And I'm just looking at this, and I was like, I'm never fucking with Madden. I'll never fuck with it. Because we was at the homie's house. It was over the summer. He was in college. And I saw that shit happen. I was like, I can't do it. Fuck this shit. I'll never play it.
Bro. So every now and then, like we talked about, homies still get Madden. And sometimes you go hang out with your homies. So you'll play Madden every now and then, right? Or at least that's what I do. I'll speak for myself. I think it was 3 years ago. Yeah, maybe 4. I was playing Madden, and I was so mad at the cheating. Like I ran like an 18 play drive and couldn't get 2 yards on 4th and 2 on a play that I had ran like 6 times in the drive. And I was just like, and then it was like the end of the game and all this, and it didn't make any sense because it was like I fumbled. That's what it was. And I was like, yo, this is bullshit. It wasn't even the same running back. It wasn't Brian Westbrook. It was I was doing classic Philly. It was some bullshit. But another last part I'll bring up about Madden. I think we were doing the show. We were doing the show at the Comic Bug when Mike was still over there, when we were still doing the live show.
Mm-hmm.
Someone posted on Twitter, they were playing the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seattle Seahawks that year had drafted 2 twins out of Florida, UCF, Shaquille Griffith and Shaquem Griffin. They're twins. One plays corner, the other one plays linebacker. The thing is, I believe it's Shaquem only has one hand. And that's like the miraculous thing about his story. Like he made the NFL with just one hand, right?
I remember that story.
The problem I have no problem with the story. It's an amazing story. I'll never be able to do this. My issue with the whole thing is that he shouldn't be able to get interceptions in Madden while motherfuckers got playing and got money on the line. And that's the biggest issue. Now, the other problem I got is he shouldn't be able to get one-handed interceptions on Madden with the nub. Like not the hand. Like if I can find the video, I will send it to you. Someone loses to this a pick 6 interception on the nub by Shaquem Griffin. Like someone is fucking with some programmer is fucking with 4 million people and their money and their time. Like that's just ridiculous.
So
and that gets through your Q&A.
The ball,
bro. I can't even touchdown. That's what happened. That's what happened. Real quick before we gotta get out of here. For me, the most there's tons of overhyped games I could think of. I mean, going down the line. I mean, but the one that sticks out to me the most by far because of how much I'm still a fan, without a doubt, is Devil May Cry 2 is the biggest overhyped game of all time for me. And the thing is, I remember that day because my future roommate came into the store and got it early. He pre-ordered it. We talked about this game for months. And he got it. And I was still on the clock. And then I called him on my lunch break. And I was like, so how is it? And he was like, I beat it. And I was like, right. And I was like, wait, what'd you say? And and he said it again and it still didn't click until later. I was like, wait, he beat it. That ain't a good sign. and because if anybody's played Devil May Cry 1, if you enjoyed the game, you enjoyed how difficult it was, because that was one of the most difficult games ever, if not the most difficult at the time. So when that happened, I was like, I don't know. And sure enough, I beat that game in a day. I've beaten that game 6 times over. That game is trash. They rushed it. There wasn't the same team. They should have kept the same team from the first one. They tried to cash in on this surprise franchise that they had jumped into or landed in. And it just was a shitty product. And I had to wait damn near 12 years for the actual Devil May Cry 2 to come out. But now this bitch is a cross-dresser. It's called Bayonetta. And, that game almost made up for it, but that should have been Dante. And that was my issue with it. DMC 2 is by far the worst one to me, even more so than Nero. Nero DMC 4 has some, it isn't completely negative, but the girl character is pretty much worthless. There's only 3 bosses out of the 15 that you fight that feel like DMC. It's not a horror game. Yeah, it's just bad. It's just really bad. And Trish is in it, and she's like the best character. Like, she gets to use Sparta. It's, but that series has a history of just like reneging on the things it says it's going to do. So, what can I say? What can I say? But that's my most overhyped game for me.
I don't have anything I can say about DMC 2. I only played it once, and I played it years ago. I do remember it being easy. In comparison to the first one, it was definitely a lot easier than the first one. I did, like, in the first one, when you beat that spider in the church.
Yep.
That I felt so fulfilled.
Right.
After beating that spider. And it was like that for almost every boss that you fought in the first one. But DMC 2, and even, I like the franchise overall, but I'll say the DMC 1 is the best because of the difficulty. You actually felt like you accomplished something when you won. When you got a new weapon, you was like breathing, like, oh my God, yes,
right.
Some new shit I could do.
Right.
But yeah, 2 was definitely the easiest. But I'd say 3, 4, and even 5, the one that came out, was it last year?
5 looks amazing.
I flipped 5, and it's fun, but it's still not 1.
No.
Just like 4 is okay, but it's not 1. 3 is okay, but it's not 1. 1 was the dopest one. DMC 2, I honestly don't remember it because I don't think I would ever go back. It was too easy. Like, you could literally stay at the end of the one side of the screen and shoot and kill everybody without having to.
Yeah, fucking stupid. It's just absolutely stupid. It took away all the close quarter stuff and made it like a finesse game. Like, that ain't Dante. Like, that ain't Dante at all. And there's not even a mention of Virgil in that series or in that game. And the girl never shows up again. Like, she never comes back. And then you had these different skins and different outfits that were like actual Diesel clothing. The game was trash. It was really bad. There were 3 bosses that felt like DMC out of, like I said, the 15. So, you know, I eventually got my game, but fuck DMC too, to put it lightly. But all right, my G, and everybody who is going to see this, I think that's another show on the wraps. This is Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. Episode 10 is in the books. I'm Alexander, aka Skinny. This is B Walt. B Walt, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. You might get sued for that, so hold on. Wait.
Too late. Well, I'll just edit it. More editing. All right, deuces.
Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Black as